In the heart of the United States lies an extraordinary national park, Yellowstone. It's not just a scenic park, but also home to some of the world's greatest geological wonders. Of the hundreds of geysers on Earth, half are located here. And among them, there's one geyser that's become legendary, Steamboat Geyser. It holds the record for the most powerful eruption in Yellowstone, and indeed, in the world. Among Yellowstone's hundreds of geysers, Steamboat is both the most terrifying and the most awe-inspiring. In a major eruption, Steamboat can shoot water up to 90 meters into the air, the height of a 30-story building. No other geyser in the world can match its height. The sound of its eruption sounds like a giant jet engine, accompanied by a shower of hot water that can flood the surrounding valleys. A cloud of steam rises high, visible from a distance. Major eruptions of Steamboat don't happen often. Sometimes it lies dormant for decades, only to awaken with a series of eruptions that shake the scientific world. History records that Steamboat's largest eruption occurred in the mid-20th century. At that time, the jet of hot water and steam lasted for more than 40 minutes. Rain of mud and minerals covered the trees. The surrounding area was covered in white sediment. Those who witnessed it described the eruption as a living earth explosion. Several times afterward, Steamboat went into a deep sleep. It wasn't until 2018 that it became active again. Since then, the geyser has erupted more frequently than before, making scientists wonder if something has changed inside Yellowstone. What makes this most powerful eruption even more intriguing is its mystery. Why did Steamboat erupt so high? Why did it lie dormant for decades, then suddenly awaken? And what does it have to do with the Yellowstone magma hidden deep underground? Scientists installed seismic sensors to record pre-eruption vibrations. Digital thermometers monitored water temperatures. High-speed cameras recorded the eruption patterns. As a result, they discovered that Steamboat's massive eruptions were fueled by a complex underground plumbing system. These pipes store pressure for longer periods, so when they are released, their force is far more powerful than that of other geysers. However, one thing remains a mystery. No one can predict when the next eruption will occur. Yellowstone's most powerful eruptions don't bring the devastation of a volcano, but their impact is palpable. The surrounding land floods with mud, trees are covered in minerals, and the roar can be heard for miles around. For tourists, those moments are a miracle. For scientists, they are valuable data. For the Earth, they are simply a way to release energy. Every eruption is a message from Yellowstone that this planet is alive, moving, and never stops breathing. Yellowstone's most powerful geyser eruptions in history are a testament to the incredible power of nature. Steamboat Geyser stands as a giant, reminding us that there is immense energy hidden beneath our feet. Yellowstone is more than just a national park. It is a window into the heart of the Earth. And when the geysers erupt, we can hear the voice of the Earth speaking to us all. Recently, scientists detected earthquakes originating hundreds of kilometers beneath Yellowstone's crust. What does this mean? Is this a warning sign? Or is it simply a natural geological phenomenon? Yellowstone is known as an active supervolcano. But this time, scientists' focus wasn't on the surface, but deep within the Earth. The earthquake, which occurred hundreds of kilometers beneath the crust, was no ordinary earthquake. It reached the lower mantle zone, a region filled with hot rocks, extreme pressure, and magma flow that we don't yet fully understand. This phenomenon was surprising because many people had previously thought that Yellowstone's activity was only related to the Earth's thin crust. In reality, the source of Yellowstone's power lies much deeper. The question is, how can an earthquake occur so deeply? At depths of hundreds of kilometers, rocks don't fracture as easily as they do in the Earth's crust. There, the pressure is so great that rocks become more plastic, rather than brittle. However, there is one mechanism capable of generating an earthquake: the movement of tectonic plates, which press inward, bringing in water and minerals, triggering the release of energy. Deep earthquakes like this could be a sign of mantle movement, or even heat transfer related to Yellowstone's magma chamber. In other words, this earthquake could give us clues about how Yellowstone is fueled by its volcanic energy. The researchers emphasize that these deep earthquakes do not automatically mean a major eruption is imminent. However, they also don't rule out the possibility that this phenomenon could influence Yellowstone's future dynamics. Imagine a giant magma reservoir fed by the Earth's mantle. Any vibrations deep within could indicate a change in the path of heat flow, a moving part of the mantle, or energy pushing upward. Scientists are now using data from thousands of seismic sensors around Yellowstone. They are monitoring small tremors, ground shift patterns, even changes in the gas escaping from geysers. All to find out, are these deep earthquakes simply the Earth's normal pulse, or a sign of something bigger? If activity beneath Yellowstone increases, the impacts will be felt beyond the United States. A major Yellowstone eruption, though rare, could impact the entire world. Volcanic ash could cloud the atmosphere, lower global temperatures, and disrupt agriculture on multiple continents. However, it's important to emphasize, a supervolcano eruption is not something that can be predicted in the near future. Nevertheless, understanding these deep earthquakes is crucial, because every bit of data we gather could be key to reading early signs of future Yellowstone activity. In other words, the deep earthquakes beneath Yellowstone are a window into Earth's deepest secrets. On the surface, Yellowstone looks peaceful, with geysers spewing steam into the sky and herds of bison grazing in the grasslands. But deep beneath, hundreds of kilometers below, the Earth is in motion. The detected deep earthquakes are a reminder that this planet is living, breathing, and ever-changing.